Hey everyone.
Hey guys, welcome to Obscure MCU. In this episode, I'll be covering the story of when Hawkeye, with one shot of his arrow, saved the Avengers from a Hydra cell using Chitauri weapons. This story was told in the canon tie-in comic titled Avengers: Operation Hydra, released in early 2015 in promotion for Avengers: Age of Ultron. Our story begins several months after the events of the Winter Soldier. The Avengers have already reassembled and become an official organization. But the team is currently off duty and going about their regular lives. In Khartoum, Sudan, however, we see Natasha has intercepted a few Hydra agents en route to a secret Hydra base run by the evil Dr. Jensen, the scientific lead of one of many fragmented Hydra cells around the world. The agents report that she has made a breakthrough with the Chitauri tech and plan to go there and see her developments firsthand. Natasha sneaks aboard the plane before takeoff and quickly defeated the Hydra agents. She hijacks the plane and follows the coordinates, but not before sending them to Jarvis. We then cut to Clint Barton training at an old SHIELD shooting range, where he and Jarvis are recording his shooting speed as he works to improve his abilities. As his training progresses, Clint laments how powerful his teammates are in comparison to him. He jokes to himself that if he doesn't want his spot on the team taken, he has to continue training much more intensely. But before he can continue though, Jarvis interrupts him with a priority Avengers mission update from Natasha. Clint packs up his gear and heads off, as Jarvis plugs in the coordinates to his phone. Over at Stark Industries we see Tony and Pepper having their usual banter when Maria Hill interrupts with a report from Black Widow. We then cut to the University of London's observatory where Jane and Thor are observing the stars when Jarvis overrides Jane's phone to alert Thor that the team is in need of his assistance. In Avengers Tower, we see Bruce exclaim that he's happy to have some downtime to focus on his science every once in a while, then he's immediately interrupted by Jarvis asking for his assistance. And finally, over in Brooklyn, we see Steve Rogers looking over files of the Winter Soldier, as he tried to learn more about what happened to Bucky and where he could possibly be. But Jarvis recalls him back to Avengers Tower. He notifies Steve that he has already assembled the team. Steve thanks him and leaves immediately. Shortly after this, Natasha lands the hijacked plane right outside of the Hydra base in Port Sudan. As she sneaks her way onto the base, she sees a full squadron of soldiers, armed with activated and fully functional Chitauri weapons and tanks. But it does not take long for the other Avengers to arrive in their Quinjet. As Clint begins to descend on Natasha's location, Hydra uses their tanks to fire upon the Quinjet. Clint does what he can to bring the team down safely. But Tony says that on the next mission, he's driving. The Hydra soldiers attack and the Avengers fight back. As the battle continues, a few Hydra soldiers close in on the crashed Quinjet where Bruce Banner is still waiting inside. The Hydra agents notice him and get their tanks to fire at the jet. Once they do, a raging Hulk springs from the explosion and takes out the tanks. The fight continues and Dr. Jensen herself arrives on the scene to see what's going on. Her soldiers urge her to leave, but she says that the Avengers come at them with bows and arrows while they wield the weapons of gods. But before she can continue, Black Widow swiftly takes out her guards. Dr. Jensen looks around and sees the Avengers have almost defeated all of her soldiers. So as a last-ditch effort, she grabs the device she was working on. a Chitauri-powered turbo laser, and attacks the team with it. Cap, Tony, Thor, and Bruce are blasted away and are nearly defeated, but at that moment, Hawkeye, who was halfway across the battlefield, with one shot of his arrow, destroys the Chitauri energy core powering Jensen's weapon, defeating her once and for all. The Avengers won the battle, and Clint takes solace in the fact that even if he's not the strongest, his bond and connection with the team is what gives him true power. And that's the story of when Hawkeye saved the Avengers. Would you have liked to have seen more comics or even an animated show highlighting the Avengers' missions against Hydra? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and please like and subscribe for more videos coming soon. Thanks for watching.